Hi, dear users of Gumroad, here is Beniamino, and today I just want to show you how to use Gumroad on video footage. That is really easy and it can give you very good results. So here is our cube. Delete the cube. Remember that we are working in Blender 3.5. Delete the light, take the camera, go here, go to item, select 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. We want the camera projected to the floor, and press G and Z to move it up and add a mesh plane. Okay, now we press 0 and we go to the camera, so we'll have the camera view here. We'll go there and use the render in viewport in EV. We can render 16, we don't need more. Deactivate the noising that is not useful and let it all untouched as it is now. Here we can create another panel and we want to add a shader editor so that we can add a shader to this plane in this way. Click there and click here. Now we have a shader. Delete this principal BSDF, we don't need it, so select it and cancel it, pressing cancel, and now we can drag and drop the video footage that we need. So I am going here, I have some video downloaded from Pexels. Here are the preview of this video. I will choose this one. There is a lot of motion, there are a lot of lights, I like it. So I will press the right mouse click on it, I will choose properties, and I will take a look at the details. The details are telling me that this video has got this resolution and is using 29 and 97 frames per second. This is something that I need. I would like really to know how many frames it has got, but I don't know it from here. It's not a problem. We will see it in Blender. Anyway, I can take this and drag and drop here. So now I will connect this color to my surface and I can see the video there. The problem is that the video is deformed. This is selected, so I can press the S key on the keyboard to make it bigger like this. We have to center it into our view. I will press again S and X, and so I'm changing the S dimension, the X dimensions. Okay, this is good because it's matching our camera. What we have to do now is go there, click on this arrow down and click off camera, so that now we will activate the real-time compositor, and then we can move to the camera here, select the camera here, go to viewport display, activate the passepartout, is already activated, and move this value to 1. Okay. Now we have the right preview and we can activate, turn this down and move this down so that the preview is bigger. Okay, we can activate our Gumroad, adding real-time effects. Nothing is changing because it doesn't work. No, it's a joke. As you can see, vignette works and aberration works, but we don't have nothing about our glow, our ghosts. There's something that is moving there, our streaks, but we don't have them. Why? This may be because this video doesn't have important light informations. So could be this is the time to use the light boost. Try to activate the light boost, and if you do it, you can see that now the add-on is detecting the lights and working on them. Just one thing to remember, you can choose to work in color management in standard, and this is respecting the original color of the video, or you can change it to filmic, and this is the way that we prefer to work in Blender because it preserves more dynamics from the light and dark area of the video. But for a video footage, I prefer to work in standard. This is the threshold. If I turn it to 0, nothing now happens because the add-on doesn't detect any lights. If I go up, it will detect more lights. I will stay here, okay. I will turn everything down because I want to see what I'm doing starting from the streaks. That is the most important effects that I really like. So turn up the streaks. You can exaggerate, but I don't like to. I like a soft effect that is more realistic. You can change the dimension of the streak, something like this. And now I like this color, that is the default color. As you can see, by default these streaks are set there, something that matches the effect of the lens that normally are blue, but you can change it. You can change this color as you want. So I will go there for the streaks. Now I'm looking for the glow. Take a look at the glow. The glow now is very big scale. If we turn down the scale, we can see the glow where it's working. Very, very low glow, or maybe you want more glow, so you'll have to turn up the light threshold, and we will turn down the streaks importance and take a look at the glow. So maybe there's already a glow into this scene, but this is good. And then we can see, what about the ghosts? The ghosts are projection of lights into the space of the scene. We can choose to blur or to have them very detailed. I choose to blur a little, and I choose to take them down. You can choose the scale to have them bigger or little. I just take the very big and I turn down this effect. Now I forgot to do one very important thing. Here we'll have to modify the value of this shader, that is a video shader that we've done. So now it's using only 100 frames. We don't know how many frames this scene have, so maybe we can make an animation for 1000 frame. That is enough, and we can set here 1000 frame, and we will see how many frame it will have. Remember to activate auto refresh, so that the frame is changing frame by frame automatically. If you don't do this, you won't see here any frame changes. And now you can go to the initial frame, that is the one, and play it. Everything is happening in real time, because this is the most important thing about this add-on. Everything is working in real time. Let's see what's happening. How long is it? It's very long. It's very long. It's really long. It's very, very long video. Okay, and maybe okay. It stopped there. So how many frame it has? You can use the keyboard, the hour on the keyboard. 812. So 812, and this is the number of the frame that this animation at 812. So now we're working on an animation of 812 frame. Here I just want you to tell something more. So we can store this preset. We can call 0.1, and we are storing this that I like. This is something that I really like. This is without effect. This is with the effect. There's no vignette now. Maybe you can add some vignette effects. Maybe you can add some details, but don't exaggerate with the details, because this is a fake effect. A post-production effect is not real, so maybe that it will amplify the MPEG distortion of the frames. This is the aberration, the chromatic aberration. Don't exaggerate with these two, because it's really noisy, if you will. 0.1 maybe a good approach to it. I want to show you this. We had to use the light boost to have more sensitivity about the light. But if we don't want to do this, and we come back to this situation, don't forget that you can force this value. I can see any streaks using 1. Okay, just turn up the final mix, because this is very important, because this is the mix that choose how much to use these effects. So this is the effects you can use. And if you cannot see streaks at 1, let's try 200. Oh, there are a lot of streaks at 200. You can force the value. The add-on works with a range that is normal range that works for many situations, but maybe that in this situation you need another value. So here is another value. What's happening now? There is a difference. As you can see now, we have colored light. We didn't have them. Using the normal method, we just had blue lights and they were not colored. Now they are colored, so remember that this way, don't use the boost and using this forcing really high. We can do the same in the ghost, 100 in the ghost. Oh, this is too much, I don't know. What about the glow? 200 in the glow. Okay, this will preserve the light signal, the original light color. Okay, so modifying the streaks, we are modifying the color. Let's do this trick. There is a taxi here, a cab, and we know that the cab has red lights there. So if we go and modify the streaks to match red light there, all the other lights should be realistic. Green should be green, and I don't know, I'm guessing this. So let's see what happens now. It is too powerful, I don't like this, I would turn it down. But now we are matching, there are too many ghosts, I don't know, there are too many glow, I don't like. Here we are matching the color of the light that the Blender is detecting. That maybe is interesting if you want more color into your effect. Okay, I think that's this is all. Remember that if you want to render this, oh sorry, press 0 again. If you want to render this, it's really fast because now I render a frame, now it will apply the effect, and this is really fast. I suggest you, if you want to render this, to render as animation, but using images, PNG images. You will use a set of PNG images, and then you will group them into an animation using an editing program. It's better to render using PNG instead of using this old video codecs that I don't like. The problem is that if you are rendering 112 frames and your computer for some reason crashes and you were working with video instead of saving frame by frame, you will lose everything. If you were working with images, you won't lose anything because the images are stored into your hard drive or SD. And so thank you. We will see in the next tutorial, and bye bye to everybody from Beniamino. Ciao.